first unit. So it again divided in two parts. The first part we see the introduction, the component of system software, then language processing activities, fundamental of language processing. Yes, before going to learn again the language processor, you should know about what do you mean by the language processing activity, and what are the things are involved when we say that it is a language processor. So we see that this basic concept of fundamental concept of language processor, which is generally used there whenever it implement. The next part, yes, so this is the introduction part. And assembler, when we just think about assembler, so assembler is one of the language processor. This is an example of language processor. So here we are going to learn again in details about the assembler and how it implement or design or to implement assemblers there. So element of assembly language programming, yes, here we just need again the prerequisite subject like your microprocessor based system. We just need some instructions here to understand that assembler, because assembler work on the assembly language program. And if we take the input as a your assembly language program or ALP program, so that time you should know about that ALP program, and then it work on that program. So that's why we use that assembly language programming there. Then a scheme is what? Yes, so we know that when we think about the assembly language program, generally if we say that if write down the any C program, C++ program, or maybe Python program or any language program, some standard structures are there or the syntax are there. Then when we say that is C++, so we first add there the header file. It may be IO string, stdio.h or whatever, and then main function, then open browse, then close browse, data types, and all these things. So when we write down or we use the assembly language program, so that time again the standard syntax is there: label, mnemonics, opcode, and comments, like that. So we again know the scheme. If we just having the standard format or structures there, then and then assembler is work on that structures or syntax. So that's why we should know again the syntax or scheme for assembly there. Then pass structures of assembler, design of two pass assembler and single. Actually when we just see there the assembler again having two types. It is not two types. Actually, it's work on the two parts. So that's why it is called as pass one assembler and pass two assembler. Or single pass assembler or two pass assembler. Both the things are same. It is just your assembler is divided into two parts, part one and part two. So part one is called as a pass one assembler or single pass assembler, and part two is called as a pass two assembler or two pass assembler, whatever. So we again learn in details about pass one assembler, pass two assembler, how it's worked there, and how it generates the output. And after that, we have to design the code or program which is work as a assembler there. If we say that he implements, suppose I'll give the simple example. Find out the factorial of number. Find out the factorial of number using C++ program. C++ program. So what will be your first perception there to write down the C++ program to find out the factorial of two number? So all of you again aware about C or C++. Take any language. It may be C, C++ or Python, whatever you want. To find out the factorial of two number. Yes. You know C, well, C++, Python or Java. Okay, use recursion. But Prerna, before that using recursion, you should know the formula or you should know the basic to find out the factorial. How you find out the factorial? If we know this is a formula used for find out the factorial of number, whatever, n into n, whatever, or simply we take the addition of two number. So we know that if we find out the addition of two number, we use there the operator like plus. Then and then you can implement a program using any language. So that time you should know the knowledge of that particular problem or find out the solution first for that problem, and then you have to implement the programs there using any language. It may be C, C++, Java, Python, whatever. So here, if we want to design the assembler here, it may be pass 1 assembler or pass 2 assembler. Before that, we should know the working of assembler. Assembler, how it's work, what will be input, what will be output, what are the different components are included into the assembler. Then and then we can design in there. It may be pass 1 assembler or pass 2 assembler. So yes, first we are going to learn here some theory part uh, related to assembler. Then we again design that pass 1 and the pass 2 assembler. So this is your first unit. In second unit, I think microprocessor and linker we are going to learn. Then again the next units I think related to the compiler. Third onward. So I have not put here the whole syllabus, only have put the syllabus of first unit. I think all of you getting already got the syllabus there, structure or course book. The course book contain there all the syllabus details for ILP, it may be DA or for all the subjects there. So you can just check the syllabus from the course books. Yes. Yes, these are some textbooks you can refer for this subject. The first book, that is, this is a textbook, System Programming and Operating System by D.M. Dhamdere. Yes, the hard copy is available into library. If you just get the PDF, their online PDF. I don't have the PDF here right now. If I get, I again putting into the Google Classroom. The same thing is there. We are again create a Google Classroom. You can just all of you join that Google Classroom for that particular subject. So you can just get the details. It may be PPTs, it may be syllabus, and any other activity. It may be related to TA. It may be related to C. So I will suggest you to, you can refer the book that is System Programming and Operating System by D.M. Dhamdere. So what are the instruction set generally we are going to use for assembler? So there are so many instructions are there into your assembly language program, but we are not going to use all instructions. When we working on the assembler or it may be microprocessor, so we only use that 11 instruction which is defined inside that particular books, and that instruction generally used there for the working of assembler and macro. We are only working on that 11 instruction. You can again use another book by the Ullman, Compiler Principles and Technique Tools, which is again help you to understand the concept of compiler. What do you mean by compiler and how it works? Some another books are also available. Then these are the reference books. Now again we just continue with the 10 or 15 minutes, and after that I will just stop here. We see some basic concept. Can anybody tell me what do you mean by the system softwares? System software, or define what do you mean by the system software? Okay, what do you mean by the software? Software. What is the definition, or how you define the software? Or what is the difference between program and software? Yes, Rutuja, we say that it is inbuilt into the computer, but always it is not inbuilt there. Sometimes we need to install there. Okay, for I will. Yes, system softwares are, yes, system softwares are inbuilt there. My first question is, what is the difference between program and software? Yes, Tanmay, yes, whatever generally you have to write down the program or implement it into your labs. It may be any labs, it may be YAML or whatever, till your previous same, it may be related to DBMS, WT or whatever. So we say that these are the program. If your program or if you write down the code which is till up to 100 lines of code or 200 lines, or we will again consider at least 500 lines of code. So we say that it is a program. And after that, if it goes